Martell Holt has finally broken his silence and fired back at all the rumors and accusations that have been swirling around him for months. As the drama between him and his ex-wife, Melody Sherry, continues to unfold on Love and Marriage, Huntsville, Martell is stepping up and defending himself, telling his side of the story. If you've been following the gossip and the drama, you know it's been a wild ride filled with cheating allegations, revenge porn accusations, and heated custody battles. But Martell isn't holding back anymore. He's calling out the lies, shedding light on the truth, and telling fans exactly what he's been dealing with behind the scenes. For months, Martell has kept quiet about the rumors surrounding his divorce from Melody, the affair with Ariane Curry, and the messy drama involving Carlos King. But he's finally decided to speak up. In an interview with Queen Sheba Darling, Martell opened up about everything. His relationship with Melody, the allegations of emotional blackmail, his fight for full custody of their kids, and his thoughts on how the show is handled behind the scenes. He's ready to defend his name, and he's not afraid to throw some serious shade along the way. Martell's latest statement is nothing short of explosive. He's challenging the accusations made against him, particularly the one about revenge porn. Melody, his ex-wife, has claimed that Martell threatened to release intimate content from their past as a form of emotional manipulation. She said he used it to get back at her after their divorce. This is a serious claim, one that many fans and critics have taken very seriously. But Martell isn't backing down. He admits that he did send Melody a screenshot from one of their past intimate moments. He says it was to remind her of their past and to get her to stop dragging him on social media. But the way he presented this story didn't sit well with the public. Many viewers immediately called him out, saying that even though he didn't post the content online, sending it to her was a form of emotional blackmail. It felt like a threat, and fans weren't buying his excuse. Some even labeled it as revenge porn, a term Martell didn't take lightly. Despite all the negative reactions, Martell stands by his actions, insisting that his intention wasn't to harm Melody, but to get her to stop attacking him publicly. However, this backfired in a big way, and the public opinion of Martell took a huge hit. Instead of gaining sympathy or clearing his name, his confession only made him look worse. Fans started seeing Martell in a new light. Some were angry at him, some were disgusted, and others felt bad for Melody. The entire situation was messy, and it didn't help that Martell wasn't just facing backlash for his actions with Melody, but also for his custody battle over their 4 children. Martell claims that Melody kept the kids from him for 56 days. That's almost 2 months without seeing his children, and according to him, he only had one phone call with them during that entire period. When he finally saw them again, he says they cried and told him how much they missed him. You could hear the hurt and anger in his voice as he spoke about this. For Martell, his children are everything, and he's doing everything he can to fight for their well-being. He says he's not after child support, even though many people assume he would be. In fact, he argues that even if he had full custody, he wouldn't want the $2,000 that child support would offer because it's not worth it. His focus is on being a father to his kids and making sure they're well taken care of, but things didn't stop there. Martell has gone on to demand full custody of his kids. He says that Melody is not being responsible when it comes to taking care of them. One of his biggest issues with her is that she had over 24 different people watch the kids. 24. That's a shocking number, and Martell says he's uncomfortable with strangers taking care of his children. He insists that if Melody is busy, he should be the one looking after the kids, not some random person he doesn't trust. One person in particular that Martell has an issue with is Melody's brother, Marcus. Martell doesn't feel comfortable with Marcus and his husband babysitting the kids. His comments sparked outrage, with Melody firing back and accusing Martell of being homophobic. She pointed out that he never had a problem with his own uncle watching the kids, so why suddenly was he so concerned about her brother? Melody also accused Martell of dragging out the custody case and refusing to cooperate with court orders. She claimed he skipped therapy sessions and failed to submit paperwork that was required, but Martell wasn't going to let Melody have the last word. He hit back with some shocking revelations about their marriage. While Melody has always accused him of being unfaithful, Martell fired back, saying that she wasn't exactly faithful either. He claims that while he was having an affair with Ariane, Melody was sleeping with over 20 different men during their marriage. 20. He even named a few people he believes she was involved with, including their divorce lawyer and one of his fraternity brothers. Martell said he was busy raising their kids while Melody was out partying and having affairs with other men. His comments stirred up a lot of controversy, and fans were split. Some believed Martell was just trying to make Melody look bad, while others wondered if there might be some truth to what he was saying. Melody, of course, denied the accusations and said Martell was simply making things up because he was bitter about their divorce. One of the most intriguing aspects of Martell's post-divorce life has been his relationship with Real Housewives of Atlanta star Sherry Whitfield. The two were seen together in 2022, and fans immediately started speculating about their relationship. Some thought it was a publicity stunt, given that Martell had just gone through a very public divorce with Melody. Fans wondered if he was just using Sherry to stay in the spotlight. Even Real Housewives star Kandi Burruss commented on how strange the relationship seemed, suggesting that Martell was more interested in getting attention than being in a real relationship. The drama didn't stop there. During a love and marriage reunion, Melody dropped a bombshell, claiming that Martell had admitted in court that his relationship with Sherry wasn't real, it was just a business arrangement. This revelation shocked fans, and Melody confronted Martell on the reunion stage, saying, "I know what's in the paperwork. You said it was a business arrangement." Martell, of course, wasn't happy about the confrontation and stormed off the stage. He promised to release court documents to prove that Melody was lying, but so far, nothing has been shown to back up his claims. Sherry, however, confirmed that she and Martell had been seeing each other for a few months, but by the time the reunion aired, their relationship had already ended. Amidst all this drama, Martell has become increasingly vocal about his belief that producer Carlos King is actively shaping the drama on Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Martell has accused Carlos of not just being a behind-the-scenes guy but someone who helps create the storylines we see on the show. Martell feels that the producers, including Carlos, are pushing certain conflicts to make the show more entertaining. He believes that the revenge porn incident, for example, was stirred up for dramatic effect. Martell has even suggested that the producers manipulate the cast and steer them towards certain conflicts, making the show more about drama than real-life struggles. It's no secret that Carlos King is heavily involved in the show. He's been a key player in many of the reunions, often asking emotional questions and expressing his concerns to the cast. But Martell believes that Carlos, along with the other producers, is pushing certain storylines to make the show more dramatic. According to Martell, the producers aren't just documenting real life, they're manufacturing it. This has only added fuel to the fire, with fans questioning what's real and what's just for the cameras. Martell has faced a lot of public backlash, with fans even starting petitions to have him removed from the show. One petition, in particular, gained over 3,000 signatures, demanding that Martell be taken off Love and Marriage, Huntsville due to allegations of abuse, homophobia, and misconduct. The petition called for fans to boycott his products and for the show to stop airing the type of drama that Martell has been involved in. Despite all the criticism, Martell has continued to deny the accusations and defend his actions. He insists that he is a loving father and that the public has misunderstood him. Martell argues that the narrative against him is unfair and that the truth has been twisted to make him look bad. The situation has divided fans, with some defending Martell and others condemning his behavior. One fan even posted on social media, saying, "This man is the definition of the lights are on but no one is home." Ouch. There are also those who point out that Melody hasn't said anything about Martell's alleged mistress, Klesla, for the last 2 seasons, and yet it's Martell and his mistress who can't seem to stop talking about her. It's clear that the entire situation is messy, and fans are left questioning what's real and what's simply for the drama. In the end, it seems like the drama between Martell, Melody, and the rest of the Love and Marriage, Huntsville cast is far from over. Martell has made it clear that he's not backing down. He's ready to fight for his reputation, his kids, and his place on the show. But whether or not the public will continue to support him remains to be seen. One thing's for sure, the drama is only getting started, and fans will be watching closely to see what happens next.